Good morning, folks. This is Curtis from MOVE4ALL Incorporated, a family-owned relocation corporation in Orlando, Florida, coming to you today to discuss your options with packing, with professional packing. We'll go over the disadvantages and the advantages, the pros and the cons of either packing yourself fully, packing yourself partially, or having us pack you completely. Let's dive right in. Price. Obviously, everyone's on a budget for their move, and they'd like to know if they can include packing in that. Packing is an expense. What I highly suggest is you take our pay-as-you-go program. Basically, the way that works is simple as your move price. Whatever you're paying hourly for 2 men in a truck or 3 men in a truck or 4 men in a truck, it's that hourly rate plus the materials as you use them. Boxes are $3.50 each for all sizes, including the expensive dish packs that we use. Packing paper is $1 per pound. Just to let you know, it's usually between 25 and 50 pounds that are used on a normal home for fragile items. Okay, and then $3 for a roll of tape. For professional packing tape, these large rolls that we use to pack your boxes. We will label all of your boxes as well too, but you just pay as you go, your hourly rate plus materials, and that way you can actually watch your watch and you can see what's being boxed up, how many boxes are being used, and that's it. Those would be your charges. Now, on some larger moves, larger full moves, 4 or 5 bedroom homes that we go in and do a flat rate not to exceed. You want us to fully pack everything. And by the way, folks, if you have us do what's called a full pack and move, basically you don't have to do anything. You could sit in your easy chair and wait for the relocation day. There's absolutely nothing that you have to do when you hire us for what's called a full pack and a full move for your relocation. We've got everything covered for you. So a lot of people definitely appreciate that. Knowing that they don't have to lift a finger with anything, except for the unpacking part, which we do offer. That we cannot give you a flat rate on, though. That obviously would be done on an hourly rate, and the unpacking would just be the hourly rate. Again, whatever it is, 2 men, 3 men, 4 men, 5 men, whatever your hourly rate is to unpack you. So that option is available, but that can obviously only be done on an hourly rate. Now, packing yourself, pros and cons of either packing yourself or having a professional moving company pack you. Here's one of the disadvantages to packing yourself. When you pack yourself, there's no moving company, at least that I've ever heard of, that will insure you. Their insurance company, our insurance company, will not insure you for what's called customer packed boxes. Obviously, you're going to try to pack them as professionally as you can. You don't want damage, but again, you're not considered a professional packer or mover, so our insurance is not going to cover customer packed boxes. Now, there is a fine line to that, though, just to let you know, if we do external damage that obviously caused internal damage, you'll most definitely be covered. If a mover's coming down a ramp, happens that one of his boots is untied and he trips and drops a box, if there's external damage to that box, obvious external damage, of course we're responsible for any internal damage. Okay, but I'm going to give you folks another example too. This happened to us about 2 years ago. We were moving a lady to New York. She packed her own china. She actually took her dishes and she put a paper towel in between each one when she was packing. The problem was just the vibration of the truck from Florida to New York. It didn't crack the top dishes or the bottom dishes. It actually cracked the dishes in the center from the weight of the top dishes and the vibration of the truck. So again, professionally, having your items professionally packed will keep you covered under moving companies' insurance. Okay. Now, getting to packing yourself, if you want to save the expense of packing yourself, I'm going to let you know what your responsibilities are as to our responsibilities. You're responsible to put everything that fits in a small, medium, and large moving box in a small, medium, and large moving box. Extra large moving box is unnecessary. Sometimes these extra large moving boxes, they get packed so full, they're either so much overweight that they're going to separate at the edges, separate at the seams. I don't ever suggest extra large moving boxes. They're great for stuffed animals and comforters and things like that. If you look it up online, that's what these boxes are for. But save yourself the money, folks. If you're going to pack yourself, I know this sounds unprofessional for a professional moving company to say this, but it actually helps us tighten your load, and you can't always fit a square peg in a round hole when you're packing a truck. Garbage bags. Don't be afraid to use garbage bags. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and buy the big, long, heavy-duty, long leaf bags, but don't buy the cheap garbage bags that are just going to crumble and fall apart, too, with any weight in them. But for your comforters, for your bed pillows, for stuffed animals, any large, soft items like that, throw pillows. Honestly, folks, it's up to you if you want to waste the money on a box, but garbage bags, they work just fine. So getting back to small, medium, and large box, you're responsible for everything that fits in a small, medium, and large box. Anything that would protrude from a large box would be our responsibility. What that means for you is obviously you're not going to put a lamp in a box. Maybe a very small lamp you might be able to fit in a box, but standard size lamps, obviously we take the shades off from the harps. We have a way of taking care of your lamps. The only thing that you could do for us if you would be very helpful. Otherwise, we're going to leave them on your kitchen counter and remove all the light bulbs. We do not want them breaking in our moving blankets. Anything bigger than a bread box, obviously, I don't expect you to waste an entire large box on a toaster oven or a microwave. So anything bigger than a toaster oven, a microwave, a vase, a statue, larger pictures, paintings, mirrors, all these things that wouldn't fit in a large moving box, we definitely have a way to take care of them for you. It is part of your move, so we have you covered for anything that would protrude from a large moving box. Now, we are your mover too, so make sure you label your boxes if you're going to pack yourself as to what room they're going into at the destination. This way we don't have to ask a lot of questions. When we're offloading, the offloading goes very quick, and if we can just look at the top and the side of a box of what location it's going into, not only will we set up all your furniture at the destination, but we'll actually stage your boxes in the room and near where they're going into. What I mean by that is if you mention a dining room credenza, then we will most definitely bring that box not only to the dining room, but we'll also put it right in front of the credenza so you can put these items away, okay? So not only list the room that they're going into, but maybe list the piece that they're going into as well, and we will stage your boxes for you. Again, note that on the top and on one side of the box. Also, we're your mover. The idea is that you shouldn't have to pick up anything. We actually prefer that you leave your boxes all over your house. Just fill them and leave them where they lay. You stacking them in a corner in a garage, unless you absolutely have to, unless you're having guests or parties and you need to get these boxes into one specific area, please, the more that you leave them all over your house, the easier it is. Just like your professional loader is picking and choosing different size and shapes and weights of furniture, he's also picking different size and shapes and weights of boxes to load your truck properly so there's no damage done. It's very difficult for him to do, and it's very time consuming if you have all these boxes packed up in a corner. Obviously, you're going to do the same thing that we would do when loading a truck. You're going to put the heaviest box on the bottom of your pile in your home or in your garage or in whatever specific room that you decide to put them in, and that's obviously the first box we're going to need. So, folks, please feel free to leave your boxes wherever they lay throughout the house. It's actually more helpful to us. It will also make your move go much faster and much smoother if you can do this for us. Getting back to packing yourself. Professional movers will take a baby grand piano up 3 flights of stairs, so weight is not an issue, okay? Now, granted, there are different types of furniture. If you do have Hendrodon or some of the heavier pieces of furniture in the industry, I prefer you do not do this. But for standard furniture, for just standard furniture, rooms to go, Bears furniture, IKEA, things of that nature, even with stairs, just remember this, folks. It'll save you a lot of time and money if you're packing yourself. Soft items in, hard items out. Soft in, hard out. What that means is that all folded clothes, sheets, linens, towels, underwear, socks, all of these things can stay in drawers and cabinets. I've even told folks that have an armoire with a TV, take the flat screen TV out of the armoire, fill it full, use it as a linen closet, fill it full of your folded towels. So just remember that when you're packing yourself, you can leave soft items in and hard items out. All folded clothes, sheets, linens, towels, things of that nature can stay in drawers and cabinets everything else needs to come out. As a professional moving company, we pad wrap and shrink wrap everything in the room, in the house, before we take it out the door and out to the truck. So all those drawers and cabinet doors will be secured to keep those soft items in. Okay, so soft items in, hard items out. You're responsible for everything that fits in a small, medium, and large moving box. Label your boxes on the top and on the side, so when we're at the destination, we can easily take them and disperse them out to the rooms that they need to go to and the pieces of furniture that they're going into. Okay, and then of course garbage bags, if you'd like. Definitely for the time and the value, I highly suggest garbage bags. Throw pillows, bed pillows, comforters, stuffed animals, things of that nature. Okay. Now let's get into partial packing. Okay, so it may not be in your budget to have us come in and pack the entire house. Also, you folks are definitely capable of throwing things, which we cannot do, into a box, like toiletries, magazines, books, things of this nature. Non-breakable items, non-fragile items. So maybe you want to do that, or maybe maybe your move's not for another 3 weeks, and you on the weekends, you and your husband do have the time to sit down and pack some things in the boxes. So what you can do is you can do our partial pack. And what our partial pack is, and this usually can be done on moving day. Full packs are usually done the day before, but if we do a partial pack, usually up to about 40 or 50 boxes, we can actually do that on the morning of the move. And again, that's going to be the pay-as-you-go program. So whatever you don't get done, we'll either continue to use your materials, we'll bring extra packing materials to, we will contact you on the night before if you plan on doing what's called a partial pack. We'll ask you how much you've got done. I definitely do not want to put boxes on our truck and packing materials for the next day for your move if you've got everything done. But we'll also ask you, what do you think? Do you think that you've got 20 boxes left, or 30 or 40? And we'll always put 10 extra than what you think that you've got left. And we'll throw in some packing paper and some tape. And again, it's just your hourly rate plus your materials, which we went over earlier, $3.50 a box, $3 per roll of tape, and $1 a pound for the packing paper. And we can get you finished, packed up that morning, and then proceed with your move that day and pack and move you in the same day. So partial pack is always available. With partial packing, again, I highly recommend having us do the fragile items, because then obviously if we do the fragile items, you're going to be insured for anything we pack. I don't think it's necessarily important to be insured for books and magazines. So I would highly suggest you have us pack the fragile items, of course. With packing, I think that we've got just about everything covered. We talked about what your responsibilities and our responsibilities are. We talked about insurance, that insurance companies do not cover customer pack boxes. You'll definitely be insured if you use our services for that. And again, the pay-as-you-go packing. Feel free to call us, 407-750-2323. Anyone that answers the phone in the office is definitely capable of answering any of your packing questions. My name is Curtis. I am an active owner. I'm here every day of the week. This is my livelihood, besides my family occasionally, and church on Sundays and Thursday nights. So, but you can generally reach me here at the office too, or leave a message, and I will personally call you back if you want to discuss more about packing with me. But the majority of our staff here can definitely should be able to answer your questions. Folks, have a great afternoon. We look forward to working for you. It would be our absolute pleasure to serve you. Again, any more questions, 407-750-2323, MOVE4ALL Incorporated, Orlando, Florida. Have a great day, folks. Thank you.